Well, hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I am a regular dude walking in the Word. As we're going through Exodus right now, we are in chapter 22. We're going to be doing chapter 22 of Exodus in 3 sessions here. The first, and it's divided up into 3 sections, obviously, because I'm doing it in 3 sections. The first section today, it's restitution is what it's called. Then we're going to be talking about tomorrow responsibility to others, how I treat others, and making restitution to those people. And then also how I'm, the next day, the third day, will be responsible to God, how I'm supposed to be responsible to God. Okay? These are basic things that you can apply to your life today. If you, if, for example, steal from somebody, you need to pay it back. You don't go, oh, I stole from you, and too bad for you. No, it needs to be taken care of. There needs to be restitution. Okay, you'll find a lot of problems today is because we don't provide any restitution. It's like, oh, you can go free, and then that criminal will continue doing that thing because there is no restitution. So, even to the point you're going to see that it comes to the point where if you steal something and you need to pay restitution and you don't have anything to pay the restitution with, you're sold into slavery. So, and you can go, oh no, God was allowing slavery. Yeah, God allowed slavery, but you had the choice. If you were going to steal like that, you were choosing that if I get caught, I'm going to go into slavery. Okay, no one was forcing you to make that initial decision to steal, but if you couldn't pay it back, then you were sold into slavery, and that was a way of making restitution for that. So let's read today from Exodus 22, verses 1 through 15, and this is all about restitution and giving back what you might have taken. Okay. All right, so it says here, verse 1, whoever steals an ox or a sheep or slaughters it or sells it must pay back 5 head of cattle for the oxen and 4 sheep for the sheep. Okay, so you're paying 4 and 5 times what the animal was worth. So it would behoove you not to steal that because you got to pay that person back 4 or 5 times what that animal was worth. All right. If a thief is caught breaking in at night and is struck with a fatal blow, the defender is not guilty of bloodshed. But if it happens after sunrise, the defender is guilty of bloodshed. So basically, if someone breaks in during the night, you're free to kill them, but don't let that happen during the day. Anyone who steals must certainly make restitution, but if they have nothing, they must be sold to pay for their theft. Okay, if a stolen animal is found alive in their possession, whether ox or donkey or sheep, they must pay back double. All right. So there again is what we talked about with if they couldn't pay it back, they were going to be sold as slaves. And if they stole an animal, here in this case, a donkey or sheep, they had to pay back twice the value of it. Verse 5, if anyone grazes their livestock in a field or vineyard and lets them stray and they graze in someone else's field, the offender must make restitution for the best of their own field or vineyard. If a fire breaks out and spreads into the thorn bushes so that it burns shocks of grain or standing grain or the whole field, the one who started the fire must make restitution. Okay, this is a big deal. You start a fire, you're burning your own stuff, and then it spreads and causes the neighbors thing. Well, they could end up starving because you, in your negligence, let this fire go crazy. So they're saying you need to pay this back. Verse 7, if anyone gives a neighbor silver or goods for safekeeping, and they are stolen from the neighbor's house, the thief, if caught, must pay back double. But if the thief is not found, the owner of the house must appear before the judges, and they must determine whether the owner of the house had laid his hands on the other person's property. In all cases of illegal possession of an ox, donkey, sheep, garment, or any other lost property about which somebody says, this is mine, both parties are to bring their cases before the judges. The one who judges will declare a guilty and must pay back double to the other. Okay, remember these judges were the ones that were set up by Moses after he had his talk with his father-in-law. Verse 10, if anyone gives a donkey or an ox or a sheep or any other animal to their neighbor for safekeeping, and it dies or is injured or is taken away while no one is looking, the issue between them will be settled by taking an oath before the Lord, and the neighbor did not lay his hands on the other person's property. The owner is to accept this, and no restitution is required. But if the animal was stolen from the neighbor, restitution must be made to the owner. If it was torn to pieces by the wild animal, the neighbor shall bring in the remains of the evidence and shall not be required to pay for a torn animal. If anyone borrows an animal from the neighbor and it is injured or dies while the owner is not present, they must make full restitution. But if the owner is with the animal, the borrower will not have to pay. If the animal was hired, the money paid for the hire covers the loss. Okay? So, this is all about restitution. If you do something wrong to harm your neighbor in any way, you need to make it right, is the basic thing. So don't ignore this, because this still applies to today. So there's been different times in our business going through the years. We've been, cleaning carpet for 30 years. And there's been different times where I've accidentally busted a lamp. So I don't cover it up and go, oh, I hope no one sees it. No, I make it right. I'm saying, you want me to buy you another lamp? Because I'll buy you another lamp to make this right. Or there was a case one time where carpet was damaged when we were cleaning some upholstery, and we ended up to replace that carpet. We gave them money. Actually, our insurance gave them money to replace that carpet because we damaged the carpet. We didn't, it'd be wrong for us to go, oh, too bad for you, huh? And just walk away. And sadly, that's what happens to a lot of people today. And that's a good way to lose friends real quick if you're acting like that. But you need to make ways of restitution if you do something wrong. And listen, we all do stuff wrong. We all make mistakes, okay? And we will be known as Christians by our fruit, and if we're willing to make things right. Thanks for watching. I'm a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our journey through Exodus. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.